public address announcer for the starters of tonight's game. Well, these two teams are very impressive as we look at the brackets here. And the winner of this game is going to play Ganado, who we covered here on Sports Cassette this morning, and they played an outstanding ball game against a very tough Eloy Santa Cruz team. And Ganado is the second-ranked team in the state of Arizona, so whoever wins this game is going to have their hands full in the next round. So now, at this time, well, let's see if our public address announcer, they didn't give him a microphone, and he tried to steal mine, and I told him no. So he's on a little delay. Looks like he's about ready. Let's go down to the public address announcer.
Welcome to the campus of Northern Arizona University and the J. Lawrence Walkup Sky Dome for the 1998 Arizona 3A Boys and Girls State Basketball Championships. Tonight, the 5:30 p.m. boys game features the visiting Bronx from Parker High School and the designated home team, the Falcons from Alchesay High School. At this time, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineups for the visitors, the Bronx from Parker High School. At forward, a senior, number 22, Natani McCabe. Another forward, a freshman, number 24, Romero Saavedra. A freshman, number 32, Robert Brasca. A junior, number 34, Manuel Carrera. And finally, for the Bronx, a senior, number 42, Robin Lewis. And now introducing the starting lineup for the home team, the Falcons from Alchesay High School. A sophomore, number 10, Tony Parker. A junior, number 30, Ernest Burnett. A senior, number 44, Ben Tate. Another senior, number 34, Armando Cromwell. And finally for the Falcons, a senior, number 4, Kyle Goldlish. Covered, coached by Grant Gardner, Jeff Newton, and Dan Maya. Alchesay High School is under the direction of head coach Raul Mendoza.
All right, those are your starting lineups. We're ready for the start. The opening tip-off of this one from Sky Dome in Flagstaff, Arizona. You're watching 3A basketball on Sports Cassette Productions, the official videographer, play-by-play videographer of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. Dropping it. Jumping center for the two teams, Alchesay White River, Ben Tate, and he'll be going up against Robert Braska for the Parker boys. And we are set for this opening tip-off, and we've got some really colorful teams out there. I kind of like the uniforms out there. The tip belongs to the Falcons, and this ball game is underway, and they immediately take the first shot of the game, and it is good. Ernest Burnett, and it's 2-0. Falcons on top, bringing it up out of backcourt. Is the outstanding guard for the Parker boys, and he promptly throws one away. That was Romero. Here is another shot off the back of the backboard. That was kind of a brick shot, no good. And the rebound by Saavedra. Romero Saavedra for the Parker boys. They're called the Bronx, not the Broncos. We'll work it over to 24. That's Romero. And now on the right wing, we're going to get a push-off. No, we're going to get a... On 1-0, Tony Parker commits the foul and illegal use of the hands. Let's call it that. An old football term. Just underway, 7:15 left to go here in the first quarter of play. And what a beautiful facility, NAU Sky Dome. Here's a loose ball underneath. It's recovered by Parker. Nice play by Lewis. Then he promptly throws the ball away. It is going to be off the Parker Bronx, and it will be the Falcons basketball with 7:02 left to go here in the opening quarter of play. Well, if there's any advantage in this game, it would be that the Falcons have home court advantage. Not that they're any closer than Parker, but here's a nice little dip-de-dee-doo there in the lane, and a very unusual shot by Armando Cromwell. But there is a lot of fans here for the Falcons. Here's a three-point attempt. It's air ball time for Parker. Score is 2-0 right now. Here's the fast break for the Falcons. Full court pass down court and then lay it up and in. Armando Cromwell receiving a nice play there by Kyle Golish, and a timeout on the floor. 6:26 left to go, and Alchesay out to a quick 4-0 lead. Hold on. Jeff Lowry along with Bob West and Gail File, courtside here from Sky Dome in Flagstaff, Arizona, where it's snowing like barnstormers outside, whatever that means. 4-0 is our score, 6:12 left to go, and Parker with the basketball on their own side of the court. Carrera working it around, and they get it in Nebraska, and now the dish off to Lewis. And we got a foul underneath. I believe this will send him to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to go against Ben Tate. That's his first foul of the ball game. At the line, shooting two. And the first free throw is up and good. Robin Lewis. Looking for the second of the two, and it bounces around and off, and the rebound belongs to Tate. Quickly up out of backcourt they come. Alchesay, here's a steal. near midcourt. Ramiro brings it down the left side. He spins in the lane. Can he save it? No. Give it back to the Falcons with 5:50 left to go, and well, another low-scoring ball game. It's only 4-1. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. 4-1. Alchesay on top. Back with more on Sports Cassette in just a moment.
20-second timeout. Falcons.
All right, back here at NAU, the Sky Dome. The Falcons with a 4-1 lead, but it has been a low-scoring affair so far in this ball game. Tony Parker with the basketball. He quickly gets it over to Burnett. Burnett top of the key, swing it over to Golish. Golish trying to get it over, and he does to Cromwell on that right wing, and a nice turnaround jumper is good. Armando Cromwell, he's a double-digit scorer, one of the tops on the team. He's the guy that you have to get a man on him at all times, and that doesn't mean you're going to stop him. Here's another steal. Here's Burnett. Kiss it off the glass. It rolls around and goes. Burnett has 2 field goals. Likewise, Armando Cromwell. And it's 8-1, and Alchesay making a statement early on. Parker with the basketball in their own court. Here's the swing over to the right side to Lewis. Now they work it around, down low, and looked like a clean block underneath by Armando Cromwell. Nonetheless, going to the line is Manuel Carrera.
First shot up against the Falcons is number 34, Armando Cromwell, his first 13 foul. Into the game for Parker, number 10, Victor Diaz.
The 3A State Championship Tournament on Sports Cassette Productions. Again, we'll be covering all the games. If you're interested in purchasing a videotape, we'd prefer that you just give us, just send your money in. But we'd prefer that you just go ahead and send in your request by mail to Sports Cassette Productions, P.O. Box 3421, Scottsdale, Arizona 85271. Fast break basketball. Here comes the Falcons, and they'll lay it up and in. I tell you, that Kyle Golish, he is very quick as he lays this one up and in. And the score is now 10-1. Another Parker turnover picked up there by Ben Tate. Of course, if you're interested and you want more details on purchasing any tape from NAU, we've taped all the games at NAU and America West Arena in this 98 playoff season. You can call us at 602-990-2115. A foul on the turnaround shot in the low block by Ben Tate. And he is going to go to the line and shoot 2. Alchesay looks very impressive so far, Bob West. Turnovers have killed Parker, though. That's why they're down by 9.
Now you can't run. You can't run with Alchesay. They're so quick, so fast, so strong. They get the boards. They get off in that fast break. They'll do a lot of things to hurt you. And the turnovers has simply killed Parker, no question about it.
Ben Tate makes it a 10-point lead with the first of what should be 2 free throws here. He looks, takes the pause, and now puts it up there, and he missed the second one. And the ball goes out of bounds off Parker. Now, I'll tell you one thing. They are digging themselves in a huge hole, and quickly. Down by 10 at the 4:16 mark here in the first period. It's 11-1. Falcons on the inbound. They get it into the big man, Tate, and then he'll hand it off to teammate Armando Cromwell. Super trio time. 14-1. Sounds like a baseball game. Parker with the basketball. They got to put some points up here on the board. Natani McCabe with the basketball. Parker, of course, that's Navajo country. Much like the entire state of Arizona, here's a long-range bomb, and they are just not even close. Here's Tony Parker bringing it up. He'll throw a cross-court pass down on the left side, and this time the Falcons turn the ball over. Parker will bring it up under the leadership of number 10, Victor Villa. Valley working on the right side, and we're going to get traveling and another turnover. That is the 6th turnover already in this first quarter. That's just too many. And the score is 14-1 Falcons. 3:23 left to go in the opening quarter. Of course, this facility here, the Sky Dome, named after Mr. Walkup. Here's a drive in the baseline, but now swinging out to Parker. He's trying to create. He's got an open 17-footer on the angle left. He can't buy it, and the rebound comes down to Lewis. Parker wants to run the ball. They need to do something besides what they've been doing. Here's a nice feeding the ball around the horn there, but the pass over in the corner to Cameron Turnbow. He missed a shot, and now we're going to get a foul against the Falcons. Cameron Turnbow now coming into the lineup for Alchesay. Number 23, Fred Thomas. Parker will inbound underneath their own basket. Left of their own basket. Here's the inbound, and a super three attempt is no good, and they have not been able to hit anything. I think they're going to call a push off underneath against 32, Robert Braska. 14-1 is our score here from NAU Sky Dome, home of the Lumberjacks of the Northern Arizona University. They play in the Big Sky Conference, having a good year this year. We had a chance to see him practice before this game. Here's Golick with a drive. He'll cross-court pass to Parker in the lane. We're going to get a whistle. I think this is on the shot. This should send Tony Parker to the line.
Personal foul against Parker, number 44, Cameron Turnbow. 13
I guess it's Kyle Gokish. If we've mispronounced any of the names, we're going by the AIA roster, and we apologize for any names that I might mispronounce here. It is 16-1. And I hate to say it, but somebody better get a white hanky out pretty soon. Parker needs to get a score here. I hope they get it. I like to see a good competitive game. They're a good quality team, but they've just been unable to get anything on offense. And this is the story here in this first. Too many turnovers. Unfortunately, or fortunately for Parker, they're going to get the ball back here on the alternating possession. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to go. Parker with the basketball. They work it around. They work it around the Turnbow. Now he gives it back up top to McCabe. Now on the left wing. Can't see the player. That was Villa, and he nearly threw that ball away. Good thing there's no shot clock. Victor Villa with the basketball. He's a 5'9" junior. Over to Natani McCabe. Here's the drive. Oh, rejection time, Ben Tate. Here's the follow-up shot on the loose ball, picked up by Parker. Then they end up losing it. And out of bounds, Tony Parker stepped out of bounds as he was going to take off. 1 minute and 43 seconds left to go.
Coming into the game for the Falcons.
Couple of substitutions now. Number 43 for the...
And number 14.
Number 43 is Brennan Butterfield and Champ Quintero. And once again, we got another turnover, and it's Falcons basketball.
Into the game for Parker. Number 34.
Parker wants to counter with Miguel Carrera. So Miguel is in the ball game. 16-1. I don't think I've ever seen a team held to this low a point total in a quarter. I don't believe I've ever seen that. Parker may have a steal here. And hold on a second. We're going to get a holding foul. That seemed pretty ticky-tacky. It's going to go against Tony Parker. Well, maybe the officials are... Sometimes that is the hardest call to make when you got guys grabbing 2 and 3 times within a couple of seconds of a basketball. It's really tough to make that call, but they elected to give Parker the benefit of the doubt. They've got the basketball on the angle left. They work it up top to number 22, McCabe. He'll work it back. Here's a three-pointer for Carrera. In and out, no good. And the rebound, high bounce off the floor. And we're going to have to go with a jump ball, and it will be Alchesay White Rivers basketball. A couple of replacements coming in. Ramiro Saavedra is coming into the ball game now for the Parker boys. And coming in for Alchesay, number 24, Chester Colale. Falcons with the basketball. They bring it across the timeline. Now they swing it over to Quintero. He gives it off to a fleeting baseline driving Colale, and we're going to get offensive foul. And this one is going to go against Brennan Butterfield. Butterfield is 6'1", junior. If you're wondering who the tallest guy out there, Ryan Crook. He's a 6'6" center, but everybody else is under 6'2". So there's not a lot of height out there. Here's a horrible pass inside, but the loose ball recovery is picked up there by Robert Lewis, and that's their first field goal coming at the 37-second left to go here in the first. Falcons with a 16-3 lead. They work it down the baseline. Nice turnaround jump shot. Alchesay's Brennan Butterfield. 6'1" junior makes it 18-3. We're down to 15 seconds left to go in this opening quarter. Near travel, but Parker gets a wide open shot. They can't get it to go. This is going to be out of bounds with 9.4 seconds, and they're going to give it back to Parker. Well, I think when you look back at the first quarter of this game, you'd have to say the turnovers have been the big difference here. Underneath is Victor Villa. He nearly threw it away. He gets it out to McCabe, and now over in the corner, here's a nice shot at the buzzer, and it's good. And Parker cuts it to 18-5 on a nice shot from in the corner, Robert Braska. And Braska makes it 18-5, and that's our score. We'll be back with the second in just a moment. Back at the NAU Sky Dome, Jeff Lowry along with Gail File and Bob West, and it's second quarter action. 18-5, the Falcons with the lead in this ball game. They've done an outstanding job, the Falcons. They got out to a 16-1 lead at one time in this ball game, and 8 first quarter turnovers have been the demise of Parker, but they're making a nice little comeback here. Victor Villa on a rebound off a missed shot makes it 18-7. 18-5 was our score at the end of one. And here they come again, running that fast break. Bounce pass, left wing, Villa. Nice little running shot. Can't buy it. Parker with the rebound. And the turnaround shot no good by our Manuel Carrera. Now the Falcons have it on their own side of the court, and we're going to get traveling. Second quarter action, 18-7. Parker with the basketball, working it around. Good ball rotation. Now they work it from the free throw line. Get it back up top of the key. Now on the right side. Saavedra trying to work some kind of a shot here. Now kind of a give and go. A flat shot there by Braska. Here's the rebound by the Falcons. Wide open on the other end on the full court pass is Colale. And Colale lays it up and in for his first basket of the ball game. The 5'10 senior gives his team a 20-7 lead. Parker with a wide open three. That's short. He shot that flat-footed. He had no knees. He had no lift into that shot, and you knew that was going to be flat from the start. Parker nearly traveling with the ball. Their shot in and around no good. And the rebound comes down to the Falcons, and they love pushing the ball up the floor. 6:05 left to go in the first half. Falcons with the basketball. This is Gokic. He gets it cross court and a bullet pass back to Gokic along the baseline, but he's in the low block and he could not get the shot off. Now the baseline shot forced up by the Falcons, no good. The rebound is tipped out to Victor Villa. And Villa will slow things up as he brings the ball up out of backcourt. Here's a three, and no good by Victor Villa. Here's the Falcons on the other end. Super trio time. Three-pointer for Kyle Gokic, and we got a timeout. 23-7 is our score. 5:22, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. You're on. (23-7) is our score with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left to go here in the first half. Here's a nice shot, a nice-looking shot, probably the best we've seen all day long from Parker and Manuel Carrera. That was just one of those take charge kind of shots. 23-9. They work it down in the paint. Tate swings it out to the right side, right wing. The shot is no good. Parker comes down with a rebound. So going cold right now is Alchesay. Fred Thomas tried to put up a long-range bomb but could not get it to fall. And here comes the Parker Bronx. Cross-court pass. They work it up top of the key. McCabe down low. The shot no good. Tate comes up with a big rebound. Falcons bring it up out of backcourt under the guidance of Kyle Gokic. He'll throw it cross court. Fake three-pointer by Burnett. Now back up top to Quintero. And they work it to the top of the key again to Burnett. Burnett tried to get it down to Tate. Great defense by Turnbow. Cameron Turnbow with a nice play. They can get into double figures if they can put up the points on the board right now. Here's the, well, he went up for the shot. Tried to dish it off at the last minute. Good defense by the Falcons. 4:07 left to go in this opening half. And our score is 23-9. Good crowd here on hand. I'll tell you, we are jam-packed behind us. Here's a nice turnaround. 11-footer baseline left side for Ben Tate. Tate, a 6'6" senior. Tallest guy on the floor. Cromwell's at 5'6". He blocked that shot. This one's going to go out of bounds. I'll tell you, Bob West, as Robin Lewis comes in, the 6'2" senior, you got a guy as big as Tate in the middle for Alchesay. This team's going to be a team to reckon with throughout this tournament.
Yeah, not only that, but they moved up from 2A to 3A this year. I don't know if you knew that or not. Last year they were runners-up in the state championship game, and they're hoping to win the 3A division this year.
Parker on the inbound. They get it on the right wing. They swing it back out. Here's the shot. It is good. Nice shot by Natani McCabe. 25-11, a 14-point lead here with 3:22 left to go in this first half. It's been a quick-moving first half. They swing it down along the baseline. The shot is no good there by Alchesay. Ernest Burnett. The rebound comes down to Parker. Try to cut it under that 10 mark before they go into the locker room, but they're not going to get the job done. There's a turnover there with 3:03 left to go. Bounce pass half the length of the court. They get it up. They swing it down to Tate. And the give and go. They work it along the baseline. Here's a shot. You can count it. That's a nice play. Champ Quintero will go to the line. He'll have a chance to convert on the three-point play. It's 27-11.
Basket's good by number 14, Champ Quintero. Personal foul against Parker, number 24, Ramirez Avedra.
Bob had mentioned that White River was the runner-up last year. Actually, it was Wilcox. White River has not been in a state title game since 1993, and that year they won it under the direction of Reedy David. They beat Camp Verde that year. I was wondering because I don't remember seeing them last year at the Purple Palace. Here's Villa. He tried to go baseline, and Tate with a nice play stepping up, and I'll tell you, it was like running into a wall, and Villa turns it over. 2:40 left to go, 27-11. The 3A champion last year in the boys. Brian Crowder's Monument Valley team knocked off Lakeside Blue Ridge. They finished the season 29-2 and won their second championship in a row. Tate, turn around along the baseline, 10 feet out. Very tough to block that shot. At 6'6", it's 29-11. A 19-point lead here. I believe this is their largest lead of the ball game. Working on the left side, Parker with the basketball. McCabe over to Villa. He threw it in the middle, and we're going to get a jump ball. And it will be Falcons basketball with 2:08 left to go. Coming in for Parker is Ramiro Saavedra. The 2A champion, if you were interested, was Hopi, Keams Canyon Hopi. A very exciting game against Wilcox. Boy, they were lighting up the threes that year. Here's a nice drive. There was contact. There had to be a foul somewhere. And now the ball's going to go off. I believe it's going to go off Cameron Turnbow's legs, out of bounds. The Falcons catch a break there, but it looked like Ernest Burnett was hacked and fouled going up for the layup. Here's the inbound pass coming in to Gokic. Now he works it to the left side and right side, Burnett in the corner, back to Gokic. He keeps his dribble on the angle to the right. Now works it over to 14. That's Quintero. Back up top. Again, that's Gokic. He turns, he spins, he puts up the shot. No good. That was not the shot that they wanted to take. Parker bringing it down into the corner is Turnbow. And they promptly throw the ball away. Here's Gokic on the other end. And the layup is no good, but he'll draw the foul and shoot two. 1:20 left to go. In this first half, it's 29-11. It's all Alchesay.
Personal foul against Parker, number 24, Romero Saavedra.
This Alchesay is probably one of the finest teams I've seen this year. We haven't seen too many 3A teams, but they shoot with great accuracy. They're shooting about 85% from the line, foul line, and they're shooting about 60% from the field. They're shooting 50% 3 points. Now that I'm praising Claim, he misses a free throw here. But they're extremely well-coached ball club, and they're awfully quick on their feet. They can jump out of the gym too, Jeff. Another free throw. He makes this one.
And that makes it 32-11. Hey, you're absolutely right. They are really taking it to the Parker Bronx, and this Parker team has been overwhelmed. They are down by 19. Parker gets a turnover here. Here's the drive. The layup is no good. Heartbreak Hotel by McCabe. Here's the rebound, and the full court pass down is out of bounds, but Parker was last to touch it. It was Manuel Carrera who was the last one to touch it, and one of the great dynasties have entered the building. The Monument Valley girls, both the girls and boys teams, great dynasties in the state of Arizona. And you want to talk about a gymnasium that should be filled to the max. Wait till that team gets in here. Now, I'm not saying White River Alchesay doesn't support their team, but I'm telling you, they bring them in by the truckloads here. No question about it. Some of the best basketball fans in the state, but Alchesay is right there with them. No question about it. Parker, traveling violation on Ramiro Saavedra. Well, we're under 43, under a minute left to go here in this opening half of 3A state title basketball action. Actually, this is just the preliminary round of the state championships. Gokic bringing it up out of backcourt. He's guarded there by Turnbow, and now he bullets a pass inside to Burnett. He has a nice turnaround shot in the lane. It's 32-11, a 21-point lead. That is their largest lead of the ball game with 24 seconds left to go. Saavedra has the basketball. He gets it over to McCabe, and now we're going to get a whistle and a reach-in foul, I believe, against the Falcons. It's going to go against Kyle Gokic. We'll have a short halftime show, and then we'll bring you, of course, all the play-by-play action of the second half. 18.9 left to go here. The only problem with this gymnasium is the fact that we don't, and I keep the fouls up here, but sometimes we don't know exactly how many fouls have been committed. It's always nice to be able to look at the scoreboard to double check, and we don't have that luxury here. Cameron Turnbow at the line. And the first free throw is good in the 1-1. Second free throw is up, and it's no good. Tate comes down with the rebound. And we are down to the final 12 seconds of basketball action left here in the first half. Fred Thomas, here's a steal. Breakaway for Ramiro. He will lay it up and in. Nice play. Ramiro Saavedra with a nice play, and the Falcons cannot get the final shot off. But nonetheless, they lead it here at the half by a score of 32-14. We'll take a look at the first half action on our Sports Cassette halftime show. I'm Jeff Lowry. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, introducing the Parker Teresa Orr.
All right, welcome back to second half action here on Sports Cassette Productions. Parker coming right out, shooting threes, and they do not make it on their first shot. Parker comes out with McCabe shooting the basketball, and now on the other end, here's Alchesay, who leads it by a score of 32-14. Very impressive outing so far here. Very impressive first half action in a game that was very low scoring for about 5.5 minutes in that first quarter. Actually, I should say the first 4.5 minutes. It was a 4-1 score in favor of the Falcons, but then they ran off 12 uncontested points. They led by a score of 16-1 at one point. Here's McCabe with a three. He can't buy it, and Tate comes down with his fifth rebound of the ball game. 7:10 left to go here in the third period. The Falcons quickly bring it up out of backcourt, and they pop, stop, hit it. Armando Cromwell, who had 4 points at the half. Balanced scoring. Ernest Burnett with 6 points. Cromwell had 7 points at the half, now has 9. So good balanced scoring underneath. Here's the nice little head fake, and the put back by McCabe is good. He's got 4. That makes it 34-16. Cross-court pass over to Parker. He gets it in the corner. They bounce pass it to Tate. Baseline shot, no good. Tip back out to Tate. They'll start it all over again. 6:17 left to go. Here's a steal by Saavedra, and he missed the easy layup. Went up too strong on the boards. Here comes the Falcons. They'll get it to Tate. Cross-court pass to Parker. Over to Govic, and it's good. Kyle Gokic with the basket. It's 36-16. 21-point lead has been their largest lead so far in this ball game. They work it over to the left side. That's 42, Robin Lewis. He goes baseline, now swings it out to a wide open three. Here it is. It's good. Super trio time for Ramiro Saavedra. Saavedra with 5 points, and it's 36-19. A 17-point lead here for the Falcons. Wide open underneath, but he gives it to the Fleeter. And that was Burnett. The pass from Tate, no good. Rebound comes down to Parker. And Parker with the basketball. They work it around the horn. They give it up to McCabe. And now we're going to get well, this one's going to go out of bounds, and it will remain Parker's basketball. In the inbounding honors, Manuel Carrera. He will get it in, and there's a wide open Saavedra underneath. He could not get the layup because he was fouled, and he will go to the line. Well, Parker is they're going to have to play a little more conservative as far as not turning the ball over, Bob West, in the second half. If there's any conceivable chance of them getting back into the ball game.
They're 17 points behind. They're going to have a full-court press, and I don't think they can press this team. I really don't. I don't think they have the people that can control this fast, quick team. But you never know. Just have to wait and see. But that's the only chance they're going to get back in it.
Here's the first free throw. It is up. It is good. Here's the second free throw. Yes. So he gets both of them. He's got 7 points, Ramiro Saavedra. And it's 36-21. Full court pass down. It's saved by Parker. Nice play. Nice play by Ramiro. And now they bring it down to Lewis. Lewis gives the dish off just left of the lane. He can't. Well, I'll tell you, they just bouncing the ball all over the place. And it goes flying out of bounds. 4 minutes and 51 seconds left to go. Parker will retain the possession. Inbounding is Carrera. He'll give it up to Saavedra. Saavedra has it. And swing it over to McCabe. He had a three, did not take it. Over to Carrera on the right wing. The pass is going to be deflected around. Picked up by Parker's 32, Braska. He could not convert. Now the full court pass down on the other end. It's a missed layup. That was a tough shot for Ernest Burnett. The pass led him just a little too much. He tried to stop the momentum to give himself a good look, but it wasn't there. And Parker comes back with the rebound, and they have it inside their own side of the court. Here's McCabe. Work it over. Carrera, three, no. And Parker for Alchesay comes up with a rebound. Kyle Gokic out of backcourt. Give it up to Parker from the free throw line. Kokic, nice pass. Here's the slam. Oh, come on now. Armando Cromwell went high flying, and the first slam dunk we've seen in this tournament. That was impressive. The 6'3" senior going in for the whammo, and it's 38-21. Back with more in just a moment. Right back here at NAU Skydome. I guess we're going to inbound from over here in the Parker, or rather over by the Falcon basket. You know, he looks like Cesar Romero from here, doesn't he?
Well, he is. Probably his brother, maybe. He does look a little bit like him. We got a lot of movie stars here.
Yeah, we got a lot of movie stars here. 38-21 with 3:43 left to go in this one. These kids are saying, who in the heck is Cesar Romero? Parker with the basketball. Here's a shot from 18, no good. The rebound comes down to Tony Parker, and Parker has had their looks. Ramiro Saavedra with a wide open shot there from 18. The foul here is going to go against Robin Lewis, number 42, and coming into the ball game now is Cameron Turnbow, and he will replace Manuel Carrera with 3:33 left to go in the third period. You know, I'll tell you, Bob, and I just mentioned it, Parker has got their shots in this game, but, you know, if they start knocking a few of these down, they can get right back in this game. There's plenty of time left. A near turnover in the backcourt. Here's Gokic. He'll get it up to Cromwell. Cromwell thought about taking a long-range bomb, elects not to. He'll dish it off in the corner, and this time Gokic takes it, and he misses it, and the rebound comes down to McCabe. Fast break basketball for Parker, but now they slow things up and set up in the half court. 38-21, a 17-point lead for White River Alchesay. The Falcons. Saavedra up top, and traveling is going to be the call against Natani McCabe. 2:54 left to go here, third period. 38-21 from the walk-up Skydome in Flagstaff, Arizona. Along with Bob West, I'm Jeff Lowry. This is Sports Cassette Productions. And our exclusive coverage of the 1998. We're not exclusive, but pretty much we have the rights to do all the games in the playoffs, according to the Arizona Interscholastic Association. We're going to get a blocking foul on the drive by Saavedra, and it's going to go against Tony Parker.
Personal foul against the Falcons, number 10, Tony Parker. His third. Second team foul. Into the game for the Falcons, number 44.
Ben Tate is coming back into the lineup now for Alchesay. Tony Parker is out. Inbounding is Carrera. He does to Saavedra. Back over to Carrera on the angle left, outside the circle. And now here is a wide open shot from the corner by Turnbow. He can't get it. The rebound was Parker's. And we're going to get a foul. I believe this is going to go against the Falcons. Might be going against Tate.
Personal foul against the Falcons, number 23, Fred Thomas.
It's going to go against Fred Thomas. That's his first. And we're going to get another substitution here. Victor Villa, the 5'9 junior guard, will come into the ball game and give Natani McCabe, or rather Ramiro Saavedra, a quick breather.
Timeout.
The Falcons want a timeout. We'll take one, too. 2:28 left to go. Third period action. Falcons lead at 38-21. Jeff Lowry back here at NAU, home of the Lumberjacks of the Big Sky Conference, a very successful college basketball program here. The first free throw by Robin Lewis is no good. His team trailing by 17. This isn't the time to be missing free throws. Lewis' second free throw is up, and that's no good. And the rebound is Tate. Tate's got about 6 of those in this ball game. He hasn't been a big scorer. He's only had 5 points, but his presence in the middle has certainly changed the complexion of the offense for the Parker Broncos. On the drive is Burnett. He stops from the free throw line, shoots it up there, can't get it. Who's got the rebound? It's a loose ball again, and it was Burnett who had the only opportunity to save it along the far side there and could not come up with it. 2:05 left to go. 38-21 is the score. Bringing it up out of backcourt, Victor Villa over to Carrera, and he'll take a three. And it's just not working. 7th rebound of the day for Tate. They quickly swing it up to Gokic on the fast break. Now slow it down. Gokic give it up to number 34, Cromwell. Cromwell stops in the lane. Too short on the shot. And the rebound is Parker and Turnbow. They'll quickly get it up to Villa. Villa brings it all the way down the left side. Loses it out of bounds after trying to pass it off. Gokic and Armando Cromwell trying to convert there, and they did. They converged right on Victor Villa and tipped it off his hands out of bounds. And with 1:33 left to go, Parker, they've had their opportunities to cut into that lead. They have not been able to do it. And things do not look good right now for the Parker Broncs. They working around the Burnett on the angle left outside the three-point perimeter circle. Tate trying to get position in the low block. Gokic is trying to get it to him. He does. And finally, a foul is called against Robin Lewis. Well, give Robin Lewis some credit. He's giving away. Oh, hold on a second. Offensive foul? You know, the only thing that I'm going to say on this is how in the world can you push when you got your back to the guy defending you? That's unbelievable. And I know what you're thinking, Bob West.
I'll never tell.
He must have arms growing out the back out of his back, you know?
Possibility of this kind of game, you never know.
I said I would be a lot nicer this year to the officials than I did last year, as I rode them hard, and rightly so. They certainly, you know, an umpire is not to be seen or heard. I'll tell you, that's the way it is. Here's Turnbow. He had a nice feed from Lewis and could not convert. 38-21, 40 seconds left to go here in the third period. But an official should not decide the outcome of the game we saw that all too many times in last year's tournament. Hopefully this year that will not be the case. Here's a nice running shot in the lane. No good as Kyle Gokic's shot could not fall. Here's Saavedra bringing it up out of backcourt. Now he has it top of the key. He works it over to the right side to Carrera. Carrera with a bounce pass over to Robin Lewis and back over to Saavedra. And yes, a super trio. His second of the ball game. He's got 10 points, and it's 38-24. Here's the drive, the shot, no good. Here's a Falcon rebound by Tate, his 8th of the ball game. And he was fouled as he tried to put that one back up and in, and he will go to the line with 3.7 seconds. And the Falcons with a 14-point lead. And, well, if you figure if they can miss here and have a nice little run to start the fourth, they're right back in the ball game. There's still plenty of time.
Yeah, it's a long time in the ball game. 3.7 plus another 8 minutes, so anything can happen. But they're going to have to get their shooting eye open for sure.
Tate hits the first one. The second of 3 free throws that he's attempted here have went through the cylinder, and he's got 6 points. And he buried the second one. 3 for 4 from the line, 75%. Back up to a 16-point lead. 2 on the shot clock. 1. Here's the shot at the buzzer, just short. Nice try by Ramiro Saavedra. And our score after 3, we have the Alchesay Falcons 40, the Parker Bronx 24. Back with the fourth. In just a moment, this is Sports Cassette Productions, Arizona's leader in amateur sports coverage. Along with Bob West and Gail File, Jeff Lowry here from NAU Skydome. 40-24, the Falcons have the basketball and the lead. Falcons move over to the left side where Ernest Burnett has it. Now he has the top of the key. He drives from the free throw line. Shot no good. And the rebound belongs to Ryan Cook, who is now in the ball game, I believe, for the first time here this afternoon. Here's Cook. Nice fake. In and out. No good. Hey, you talk about Heartbreak Hotel. That was it. We're going to get a tripping foul from behind. Inadvertent foul by Natani McCabe.
Personal foul against Parker, number 22, Natani McCabe, his second, third team foul.
That's his second to third team foul against the Parker Bronx. Kyle Gokic. Over to Burnett. Now in the corner to Cromwell. He's looking, wants to go baseline. Good defensive coverage there by McCabe. They get it back out top to Gokic. Gokic now gets it over to Parker. Parker with the basketball. Here's Cromwell driving towards the lane. He makes the basket, but they're going to wave it off and say he was fouled on the floor. That'll be the fourth team foul against the Parker Bronx. 7:05 left to go, and possibly in this ball game, at least in regulation. 40-24 is our score. It's nice, warm, and cozy inside, but it is cold and snowy outside. Here's a shot underneath, no good. Good defense. The presence of 6'6" Ryan Cook certainly altered the shot of 43 Brennan Butterfield. Now on the other end, the ball's been thrown away, but apparently Parker's going to retain possession here. 6:58 left to go. It's 40-24. And here is Manuel Carrera on the rebound, on the inbound. He'll get it in to McCabe. McCabe has it on the left side. Get it over to Carrera. And now working on the right side is Saavedra, who tries to get it down inside the big Ryan Cook, but he couldn't handle it. Bad pass. Another turnover. That is the 21st turnover of this ball game against the Parker Bronx. You can't win ball games when you turn the ball over that many times. 6:40 left to go here in regulation. Here's the drive by Parker. He was fouled. And he will go to the line as he is fouled on the shot as he came flying in, flashed the center of the paint, put up the shot, but Brian Cook had too much arm on that one.
15th foul is at the line for the Falcons, number 10, Tony Parker.
First free throw is good. That makes it a 41-24 game with 6:38 left to go, and he makes the second one. So Parker looking good from the free throw line. And Ramiro will bring it up out of backcourt for Parker. Moves it to the left side for Carrera. Carrera tried to get it down low, and it's stolen by Parker. Full court pass down on the other end. Here's a driving layup. No. And the follow-up rebound by Gokic is no good, but he's going to go to the line, shooting two as he was fouled going up on the shot.
Personal foul goes to Parker, number 54. His second 16th foul into the game for Parker. Number 52, Jared Wilson.
Jared Wilson is now in the ball game for the Parker boys. 6'2" senior center. Actually plays forward. Here's Kyle Gokic at the line, and the first free throw, no good. Gokic, a 5'11" junior at the line. He has scored 7 in this ball game, and he missed both free throws. Here's a loose recovery, and Parker has it. Gets it into Cromwell. A beautiful turnaround jump shot is good. 13 points for Armando Cromwell, and it's back up to 20 with 6:09 left to go. Parker with another turnover. Yes, Cromwell, great athleticism. He'll get it up court and throw the ball away right into the hands of Carrera. Now Parker on the other end. Here's Saavedra. Saavedra keeping his dribble alive. Now bounces outside the three-point line. Work it over to the right side to Carrera. Back up to Saavedra. His three bounces off the side of the rim. No good. But here is Cook with the offensive board and the putback. He lays it up and in. It's 44-26. An 18-point lead here, and we got over and back on that play. Armando Cromwell did not get over the line in time. 5.5 left to go, and it's, you know, there's an old Elvis song that reminds me of this situation. It's now or never, Bob West.
I thought you were going to say, don't be cruel.
That was pretty good. That was good. Here's another steal. Here's the Falcons bringing it up out of backcourt. Gokic weaving in and out of traffic. Gets it back to Cromwell, who's had a big game here. And here's a wide open super trio time for Ernest Burnett. 47-26, a 21-point lead, matching their largest lead of the game. Here's another turnover, the 24th of the game. Fast break basketball, 3 passes and a layup, and Burnett scores again. 11 points for him, and the largest lead of the ball game. It's 49-26 here at the 4:47. Well, we got one of the players with his shoes untied, and an official's timeout here. Well, Bob, what do you think of this Alchesay White River team?
They're all that I expected. They're a fantastic ball team. They're going to be tough to handle. I don't care who plays them. They're good.
Bob West says they're for real. Here's an air ball on a 3 attempt. Parker comes up with a rebound. They want to run. Why not? They're up by 23 points with 4.5 left to go in regulation. Back to Burnett. Burnett's scored 5 of their last points. Get it down low. Nice defense by Cook. It's tipped around. The up-court pass to Saavedra. And you can count the basket. Do we get a technical foul on that? Looked like he motioned technical. Well, Saavedra has the basket, and there was a technical foul.
Number 34, Armando Cromwell.
And it's Armando Cromwell. And Bob, that's simply for that over and back call about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I think he was a little upset about it, carried over, and sometimes that'll happen in the course of the game. You get excitable. He's an excitable young man, but a heck of a player.
Well, he makes the first free throw. 13 points for Ramiro. Back to a 20-point lead. You know, they need about 3 or 4 of those kind of plays.
You know, Payson is not a bad ball club. They just ran into a jigsaw with this ball team. Parker, I'm sorry. Parker's just an excellent ball club, well coached. They got a bad start, Jeff, and it really hurt them all the way through. Hard to catch up with a good team.
Yeah, absolutely. A 16-1 differential that they've had to make up. They've been playing pretty even since then. They're down by 19. And it actually outscored the Falcons 10-9 in the third period, so it hasn't been a total loss here today. Here's Saavedra. Get it down low to Wilson. Wilson, baseline, can't get the shot. We got a foul underneath. And this one is going to go against Natani McCabe with 4:03 left to go.
Screaming there. Screaming there.
I thought the microphone would have scared the little guy. He didn't want to talk to us, did he?
I want my money before I talk.
At the free throw line is Tony Parker. Done a good job at that second guard spot. He makes the first free throw. He's hit 5 from the charity stripe and back up to a 20-point lead, 50-30. Yeah, Bob Parker really has had their opportunities. They've had some good looks at the basket. In this up and down kind of ball game, the defense has been a little slack by the Falcons, and Parker can only blame themselves for the turnovers. They've got 24 in this ball game, and the fact that they simply have not been able to hit any of their outside shots when they've been wide open, and that's been the combination that has hurt them here. Here's Jared Wilson with a nice drive baseline. Jared Wilson is on the scoreboard. It's 51-32, back to 19. Nice pass, but nothing that Fred Thomas can do with it. They work it over to Burnett, and then the drive by Parker in the lane, and he is called for charging. 3:34 left to go. Well, I guess your philosophy now is just start shooting the threes.
You got to gun the threes up if they miss. They're losing by 20 is no different than losing by 30.
Not really. Set some screens and start launching them. Call NASA. 3:34 left to go, and here comes Parker. Trailing this one by 19, 51-32. 3:25 left to go in regulation. Jared Wilson. And now they go to a slow-down half-court offense. That doesn't make much sense. And now a reach-in foul. Well, maybe this is George Gonzalez. Now coming into the ballgame for Alchesay is number 32, the 5'8" senior Adrian Riley. And he's going to replace a young man that's done an outstanding job here tonight, 5'11" junior Ernest Burnett. And shooting free throws at the line is Fred Thomas, and the first one is no good in the 1-and-1. Push-off foul against Parker. And that'll send them back to the 1-and-1, talking about the Falcons of Alchesay. Well, this one's going to go against Ryan Cook, the 6'6" junior center.
At the line for the Falcons, number 43.
Brennan Butterfield is at the line. He'll shoot the 1-and-1 again, trying to extend his team's lead to 20 and maybe 21. He hit the front end and the back end. He got the first. He rolled around and is good. Butterfield has scored 3 with 3:18 left to go in this one. Coming up next on Sports Cassette Productions, our coverage of girls basketball. Monument Valley is going to be here, a very popular team in this area, and they'll be taking on Eloy Santa Cruz. My goodness, Santa Cruz has been in everything. Soccer, semifinals, and represented twice here in the state championships of the 3A. It's a pretty successful run there. Eloy Santa Cruz. Here's a shot, no good. In fact, one of the all-time greats in football. Did you know that, Bob West? Eloy Santa Cruz, one of the all-time greats in high school football in this state?
Moses Malone.
He went to Eloy Santa Cruz? I don't think so. He went to Virginia. I don't know what you're talking about. Here's a shot off the glass, no good, tipped around. Cook was in there battling with Butterfield, but Butterfield got the best of him. 2.5 left to go. And the Falcons lead it by a score of 53-32, and they'll take a super trio. Thomas can't buy it, and the rebound comes down to George Gonzalez, number 30, who is now checked into the ball game. I'm not sure who 20 is. We don't have the number on him. I guess it doesn't matter. Here's a nice rejection underneath. It looked pretty clean from here, but Robert Braska is going to the line. He'll shoot two with 2:20 left to go.
He got him with the body when he came down. He didn't get him on the shot. He did get him on the body. It was a good call. I was trying to think of the guys you were talking about, Eloy Santa Cruz. There are a couple of brothers that went to ASU, I believe. I think one of them went to U of A in football, and I'm trying to think of their names. I know they were very popular way back when.
Well, they've had successful teams in the past. Let's take a timeout. 2:20 left to go in regulation. It's all Falcons, 53-32. Well, the Falcons looking pretty good here at the Walk-Up Sky Dome in Flagstaff, Arizona in the 3A State Boys Basketball Tournament. At the free throw line, Robert Braska, who has struggled all night long from an offensive end and joining most of his teammates here. It's been a very frustrating late afternoon, early evening here at NAU Sky Dome for this Parker Bronx team. Here's the free throw. It's up and good. He's got 3 points in this game, 2:16 left to go. Here come the Falcons again on the drive, lay it up and in. Nice. Champ Quintero. Or Quintero. 55-33, 22-point lead. 3-point shot attempt no good, and the Falcons and Thomas retaining the possession, and he is going to be fouled over in the far corner of the basketball floor.
Personal foul against Harper, number 30, George Gonzalez, his first. 10th foul this half. At the line for the Falcons, number 23, Fred Thomas.
Fred Thomas back at the line. Been there once before. I think he missed his free throws. He makes this one. Well, it's obvious that Alchesay is going to win this ball game, and they're going to face Ganado here tomorrow night at 8:30, the final game on the bracket. Here's Saavedra with the basketball. 1:44 left to go. Work it over on the right side, over to 20. He gets it back over to Saavedra. He gets it to Cook. There's a steal. Nice tip. Beautiful job. Up to a wide open Chester Kolela. Nice tip by Willie Zagota. Or is it Willie Zagota? I think it's Zogato. I didn't get to practice any of these names. (58-33) with 1:11 left to go, and our Sports Cassette player of the games. As this shot is no good by Thomas, he tries to tie him up underneath. We got a wild scramble for the basketball left in the lane, and the possession arrow goes to the Falcons. But our star of the games, our Sports Cassette players of the game. First for the Alchesay White River Falcons, Armando Cromwell. Not big stats, but just an outstanding game. He was pretty much unstoppable, but it was a total team effort here tonight. The Falcons really doing a great job. Here's another fast break for them. Here's the layup. You can count it. It's good. Adrian Riley, the life of Riley, laying it up and in, and we are down to 35 seconds, and Parker Ramiro Saavedra is our player of the game. representing the Parker Broncs. Another turnover. That's number 28 in this ball game. You can't afford to do that. And Parker really haven't faced a lot of that pressure defense that you see a lot of the 2 and 3A schools do, like Monument Valley and Hopi. They have not been able to hit their shots here. We're going to get a reach-in foul on Chester Kolela. And we got 14 seconds left to go. It's 60-33, and you're watching Sports Cassette Productions coverage of the 3A state tournament of high school basketball.
At the line for
First free throw is up. It's good. 15 points for Romero. He's put together a pretty decent game. And the second free throw is good. He's got 16. 13 seconds left to go. Thomas up out of backcourt. Being defended right down to the end by Riley. And then he's pushed from behind and still gets the shot to go. Nice play. And we're down to 2 seconds. One, the buzzer, the shot, no good. The ball game is over. The Falcons win it. They'll advance to play the Ganado team at 8:30 Wednesday night. We'll have it on Sports Cassette Production. Back with more in just a moment. Two of the star of the games down here on the court, Kyle Gokish and also Armando Cromwell. You guys played outstanding out there. You got out to that 16-1 lead, and man, you guys never look back. It must be a great feeling to advance in these state playoffs.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, and I think we have to go out and play strong tomorrow. So it'll be a tough game.
You're facing the number 2 team in the state, Ganado. Do you expect them to pressure you from one sideline to the other?
Yeah, I think they're going to press us the whole game, so we got to go out and break the press.
Yeah, you guys seem to play very well on defense. And Kyle, I know you were running up and down the floor all night long, and you did a great job out there, but it seemed like they just couldn't get anything to fall for them, and it was because of the great defense. You guys really stick to a defensive-minded game when you're out there, or are you thinking offense?
We're thinking defense first because our defense sets up our fast break, and that's how we get most of our points on the break.
Well, you guys worked it to perfection. You got out to the 16-1 lead. You win it by a final score of, I think you beat them by more than 20 here. I didn't catch the final, but you guys did great, and we congratulate you. Good luck tomorrow night.
All right, thanks.
Okay, and we'll be back with more in just a moment.